Ineos out has been the most trending hashtag all over social media from last night. And Manchester United supporters losing trust in the very man they were excited about when he took over a small percentage of the beloved club that was thinking, welcome to the United Road Sport. My name is Webb. Like, share, and subscribe. Now, I should be asking how you are doing, but man, how are you, my friend? How do you do, my friend? I know sometimes you feel so pained because Man U is giving you hard days, but don't you worry, it will be alright. Oh, that's a remix, man. Guys, Manchester United does love to give us sleepless nights. That's why we always need uplift causes. Go there and check out that website for your mental health. But let me give you some interesting updates to show you how the mental health of many United supporters globally is right now. Guys, Ineos out is the most trending hashtag on X, on YouTube, everywhere. The most trending conversation is about Ineos and Sir Jim Ratcliffe. People are losing hope in the very man who came and brought a small percentage of the club and brought a lot of hope in so many United supporters, including me. But I completely understand where you're coming from. I completely understand that you don't seem to see direction, and that's the biggest frustration. I mean, you don't pay so much money for a club and don't have a plan. You're just jumping onto everyone who is available to come in as a manager. There's no proper game plan. You're just trying to poach people from different clubs, and there's no progress. Now it comes to the players. We don't. It doesn't look like we are going to bring in, the players we expected to bring in the summer. Everything doesn't look right. If there is any progress, it's extremely subtle. And this is not what we expected. I understand. But guys, come on. Ineos out. It's early days for us to be calling for his head. It's early days. Guys, this is the first summer transfer window for the man in charge. We don't even know what exactly is being done. We're just hearing things happening from whichever sources we get them. But for us to be now calling for his head, I think it's self-defeating. Let's not, shoot ourselves. We are pointing the gun at ourselves. Oh, we are, like we point fingers, one finger or two point at the person you're pointing at, but three of them point at you. That's what we're doing. Let us point properly. Guys, let's not call for Ineos out. We're killing the energy. The reality is, our noise is not going to get the man, relinquish something he bought for the value of Arsenal. 1.5 billion nearly, that's what he paid, is close to the value of Arsenal, one of the so-called bigger clubs from London. But that's just how much this guy paid. And you think just in his first summer window you're going to make noise and he will quit? He won't. But I think we've got every justification to question his processes, because the end, they say, justifies the means. But if the means do not look progressive, I think it is only right that people will jump off the wagon. And remember, people are always going to be critical. We expected this. They are always going to be critical because the biggest majority of Man United supporters were for a full sale. Sheikh Jassim, you recall, Sir Jim Ratcliffe was never the popular option with his proposal and what have you. People wanted the Glazers completely out, but there's a general feeling now that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is kowtowing with the Glazers. They're working together somehow to do absolutely nothing. Now, I don't think that's so, but people are, of course, again, the same Man United supporters who should be defending whatever project we're trying to work on, and now the ones bringing in stories of OGC Niche. What did he do? I saw a fan of Niche trying to explain to us how this guy did absolutely nothing at Niche. He sank the club so deep and now he's selling it. So I mean, it's not us. And in his own admission, Sir Jim Ratcliffe does not have a lot of attention on Lausanne, the other club he has in Switzerland. So he doesn't seem to be extremely, passionate like he wants to pretend to be about this whole Man United and football talk. He doesn't seem to know the game clearly from the things he has done since he took over, but it doesn't mean he cannot get the job done. I honestly think it's a matter of time. The thing, though, is he didn't realize the magnitude of the club he was taking over, that he's taking over the most important portion. This is the most important 27.7% of any organization in the world, because it is Manchester United's football department, football operations. This is the biggest supported club in the world. This is the heartbeat of football globally. So you're owning a treasure to many. He should understand this. And that is why people will come at him. The flack will continue coming, But I'm here to calm you down for a minute. I'm saying, guys, let's give it time. We don't even really exactly know what's happening. We can't say we know fully what's going on. We who knew that Omar Berada was going to come. They were doing things behind the scenes. So we don't know exactly what's going on. So calling for Ineos out right now, for me, I think is self-destruction, is self-defeating, but we can question the process and hoping that the end will justify the process. As they say, end always justifies the means. Now, for Erik Ten Hag, it is said that he's back at Carrington, and what he's doing there is, we wonder, is he working with Ineos now to work on transfers? That's what I'm saying. What exactly is going on? Are they working on transfers? Have they moved on? Is there anything to announce? There is a report I saw from a certain news source in the UK saying there's probably nothing for Ineos to announce because Erik Ten Hag is still contracted, and for him, the conversations that he's been telling us in the press conferences, that conversations with him and Ineos are about the future, which players to sign, where to improve. They want to work with him. So it's us, the fans, who are speculating that he could be sacked. But then why is Sir Jim Ratcliffe meeting with Thomas Tuchel and other managers? So you see the whole mess and confusion. This is what is getting fans fed up, understandably. But let's not give our enemies with the right tools to come at us right now. You know them. These Arsenal chaps are quiet. Those Arsenal hooligans. Most of the Arsenal young people like close to hooligans at times. So when they get an opportunity, they will come at us. So let's not give them an opportunity to do that. Let's back our own. That's what we are as Manchester United. I know our mental health could be messed up by these Ineos guys and their indecision, but let's give them the benefit of doubt. Give them time. The summer transfer window is about to officially open. There should be something that will happen. And trust me, it could be good. So let's give it a bit of time. But yeah, the situation is looking shaky. It should be shaky. I think Sir Jim Ratcliffe wouldn't want to open his X or Facebook or whichever social media platform he loves currently. It would distract him. It would be extremely destructive. I think the advice for me to him, if I have to, how am I to advise the nearly the UK's richest man? But yeah, that's what we as United supporters. We advise on things we don't even know. Football supporters are like that. You better know. So, Sir Jim, this football supporter, Man U fan, is advising you stay away from social media. Otherwise, we will put you off. We will completely put you off. But that said, I think without a shadow of a doubt, Ineos have got to come out and say something. They can't be quiet forever. And I think their days are numbered now. The countdown is on. The pressure is mounting. They will understand what it means to own Man United's football, the most treasured, inanimate thing, the most treasured thing in sport. They will understand what it means. So you don't really, just come out there and do what you want without telling the fans. You will certainly have to come out and make a statement. It's good there's been a little bit of progress in recent days in terms of, the players offering contracts to Evans. We had to know whether Evans would want to stay. Could have had a good deal in Saudi. The players, we need a bit of progress going on with the players, but the most important thing now is the manager. My question to you guys is, as you see it right there in the tag down, do you still trust Ineos? I want to pick your mind. Do you trust Ineos? Drop down in the comment section and let me know. Do you still trust Ineos to take us forward? I personally do. I've not yet given up unless, I get to that point of no return. I think the fact that they sacked these doctors, these are so many injuries, they want to set standards. People come back and work, in offices, trim the squad. There's a lot of rot at that club. They would want to change the stadium, build a new stadium. I think people are focused a lot on the football, on the manager, on Erik Ten Hag, and they forget that around Erik Ten Hag there is a lot of things that Ineos have got to deal with. And probably Erik Ten Hag's job is the list of their concerns. By the way, it's possible that it's last on their to-do list, and not because it's the least important, but because they know that it can only get right with the manager if they sort everything around him and put it right, and that needs time. But with the fans, because of the speculations we keep getting from the media, we start jumping and attacking the man. Now we are calling for his head. Yet the guy is trying to organize the things that we clearly know failed the managers, the Jose Mourinho's, the Louis van Gaal's, all the past managers. So my thinking is let's take it slow because actually these guys, I strongly believe, that's why I'm still backing them. I strongly believe they are doing a lot of good work behind the scenes. And this stadium leaking, these are the things that really, if we the fans feel disappointed in the club. How about the players who dreamt of playing for a big club like Man United come into the facility and it's leaking during match days? How are they feeling? How are they going to concentrate and play football with pride? They can't. There are things that they'll just stay there to make money because it's United, but they will be extremely disappointed in the brand they are working for. So putting these things right first is so important before you even get to the football. So, but we as the supporters, we care more about the football, and understandably. But guys, calm down, calm down. Let's not rise up in arms and give Sir Jim Ratcliffe a test of what we gave the Glazers. The Glazers are American, guys who don't care about football. They are money makers. They won't listen to you. They don't care. They won't care. But we don't know how Sir Jim Ratcliffe could deal with it. He could just say, you know what, I'm done. I 1.5 billion. I don't need that money. Let me just leave. I paid. I wasted that money. I mean, it wouldn't change a thing on him. I mean, the filthy rich guy. So okay, if you don't want me, I'm not going to take this, beatings and what. I was just trying to help the club. He said it that he did not come to Man United to make money. He was just trying to help. I was trying to help. He can lose the fire. He can lose the energy. That's the thing. He's human. I mean, think about it. If you are Sir Jim Ratcliffe and you're trying to do something that you're a rich guy in your 70s, the evening of your life, probably you've made so much money, you get a small portion of your wealth to try and save a club you love, to bring joy and fans. But the same people you're trying to help bring joy to them are the ones attacking you. You're human. You will lose the fire. And what will happen when you lose the fire? Whose loss is it? You understand? We will go back to the Glazers. But I'm not saying we should never talk, but saying in your south now, in the first summer, really, in his first transfer window, it's immature. If you ask me, it's quite immature. And let's not be the immature supporters. We are not these, kids who support these small clubs, the noisy blue neighbors and what. So let's act mature because we are the most mature club in the world. You know what I mean? So yeah. So chill a bit. The reality is, Sir Jim will have no option but to stick with Erik Ten Hag. I think for me, it's clear now. It's obvious. There is no way. If Sir Jim Ratcliffe indeed, like he said, this club belongs to the supporters, there is absolutely no way he's going to bring any other manager now to replace Erik Ten Hag. It will be extremely difficult. He will be creating more problems for himself. The smart thing to do will be to stick a little with Erik Ten Hag. The one thing now for me, the noise should be on Mason Greenwood. Yes, Sajim, bring back Greenwood, because the Erik Ten Hag thing for me, I think we've won the victory. I think is won. I think in terms of trying to fight for him and his job, if Erik Ten Hag will ever feel appreciated in his life, this is the time. I think for me, the victory in terms of saving Erik Ten Hag's job, if ever he was going to be sacked, has been won. I don't see in any way anyone coming up to take Erik Ten Hag's job. Not now. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you later.